Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to Throne and Liberty. Kind of forgot to jump there a little bit. Guys, it's raid day, and we have a bunch of issues. I started off with, well, basically, looking at the gate. And before we can actually go into the raid, we need to complete the quest line, Two Wings of Silveth, Part 1 and Part 2. Now, to complete the second part, which I already recorded up until this point, we basically need to go into the raid, defeat Calantia, Chaos Incarnate at the altar of Calanthea. That is the next objective that I have for my quest. Now, there is an issue where everybody wants to enter, but once you enter, make a group, you basically get, you basically get TP'd or teleported into the raid, and then an instant teleport again to or an instance of your own where you just stand still and cannot move, you cannot scroll down, you cannot turn around, like you're basically just stuck in plain flu. It's not like a screen freeze because you can see the clouds moving away and such. I can show you a little footage here. Oh! Exactly the same. We load in. I see other people this time, so that was new. And now we get a second load screen. Are we gonna end up the same as before? Alone on a platform? I think everybody teleports to the instance and then gets teleported to a different instance. Yeah, at this moment, nobody can complete the quest and nobody can go into the raid, which is kind of not fun. But, well, it's not the first time when we got an update and later on that day, the servers needed to go down again just to patch it up. So what we are gonna look at today, because it might be possible that the update is gonna take too long and I cannot like bring out the quest line or bring out the raid today. What we are gonna look at today is the two new objects that we have here, guys. So we are at the back of Herba Village here behind the Breeze Line station, and here we've got the raid gate and then two new interactable objects, and one is an NPC and one is a skill core device. So, raid good exchange merchant, guys, Listel, and she has basically every item, every heroic item that you can obtain from the game right now. So, what we're gonna do is, well, basically take a look at all of the items. So, entropy shards, guys, we already have 7 from the login event that we have. We also got chaos prisms, which cost 1 entropy shard. Now these 1 entropy shard will give you 5 chaos prisms. These are actually used to upgrade your gear, so you won't need to use the upgrade stones that we're used to and basically upgrade those to higher upgrade stones as we go from green to blue to epic. No, chaos prisms, as I understand it, a mana crystal required for enchanting special equipment, so upgrading your basically your heroic gear. Now we've got a precious blessing pouch chaos here. Now what does that do? It gives us extracts, guys. So for 5 weekly, we can actually get extracts for our weapons from here. So you don't need to unlock or pick up like 10 different items to actually have them unlocked. It's still probably a way to do it, but you can also spend some time going from here, because what we can see from the actual raid, if we go check out the raid itself, if we go to the portal, guys, we can see right now we have 2 difficulty modes. We got normal and we've got difficult unlocked at this point in the game, right? So difficult, 3 bosses in each tier, and then each difficulty comes with well, rewards towards them. So in for the first boss, we basically get like almost every tier 2 armor piece. So if we go to the percentage chances, Group 12, 100%, guys. So 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, all 100%. So after you kill the first boss, these are all items that you will get. You will get 4 chaos prisms from doing the first boss. Doing the second boss, you get 4 again. Doing the third boss, Calanthea, you get 4 again. So 12 chaos prism shards every time you beat the raid. Now, you can beat the raid once a week, as far as I understand it. We'll have to see, right? Calanthea's token normal 2, 1. So basically, that means normal 1, 1. I have 1 token for normal 1. I have 1 token for normal 2. And I have 1 token for normal 3. I think. I'm not really sure. You have enough tokens to acquire the rewards. Raid rewards can only be acquired once each area. These points are recharged each week, right? And we have raid tokens tier 1 token, tier 2, and tier 3 token. So we have tokens to claim the rewards in each perk, right? If you go to group 4, 100% for 2 entropy shards. So 2 times, so that means 6 from clearing the raid every week. Now, if we go into group 3, we can see the rewards over here. It's Dragonlight Dragony. Group 2 is on the precious ones, which has a chance base, really weird. These have 100% for 2, these have 100% for 4. But then if we go to blues, it's a chance base on getting more or less, right? And in group 1, 100%, you will always get one of the tier 2 items that are in this list. So really, really nice. Tier 2 armor pieces, guys, and then a bunch of goodies, 100% that you will get from the first boss. The second boss, same. We have a bunch of armor pieces that we can get from here. No, that's wrong. We've got a second boss. If we go to loot stable, so all the way to the bottom. Stellans in here, emeralds, Rubixes, polished crystals, so all the same, all the same. We've got obsidian pieces in here. Chaos prisms, 4 chaos prisms again. We got 2 entropy shards again. And then Radot's Scorchy, 100%, so an Ametoi. And then group 2 is the precious Marins. And then group 1 is Nebula items, guys. So rings, not all of them, but Nebula items. The items from Nebula that are not in here are the boss drops. So the items that specifically drop from the bosses are not in here, as well as the earrings. There are no earrings in here. They drop from bosses only, so you won't be able to see them. You will see everything that you can find from the blessing pouches, right? So really, really cool. And then we get to Calantia, guys. So let's do this away. Get to the percentage. So group 13, again, 100%, all 100% up until the top here. Obsidian, Chaos Prisms, 4 again. So 12 in total over a course of the week that you clear this out. Group 4, you got Entry Charge Calantia, 2, so 6 in total across the week. Group 3, we got Chaos Carly, so really, really cool. Group 2, we got the Precious Merit Ores. And Group 1, 100% to be able to get 1 heroic gear piece a week, guys. Weapon or armor piece a week. So that is really, really cool. So there are in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if you're really lucky on your drops, it only will take you 14 weeks to get every item that can drop from the boss. But that's really highly unlikely that will ever happen, right? So what you can also do is, well, save up your entropy shards. And that way, you for 100, as you can see here for the weapons, and then for the armor pieces, 80, 80, 80, and the cloak as well, 80, you can actually buy them. So if you're really unlucky for that one piece, like for instance, I run 14 weeks and I still have not gotten Galantride's Doctorite of Chaos, so basically 100, we get 6 every week, so 60, that's 10 weeks, so that's actually a pretty long time, right? So it's 10 weeks and then 40 more, let's say 42. That's 17 weeks, guys. 17 weeks divided by 3. That's what, 3.5 months? 3.5 months of raiding to get enough Calandra Doctrine shards to be able to buy one of these pieces. So if you're really unlucky in the next 3.5 months to get your item, you can still buy it if you just save them up, right? So that's really, really cool. So yeah, let's look at what's in here, guys. We got the Greatsword Calantia's Implemented of Finality. The damage of the Greatsword of all of the weapons is basically tier 2. So the max amount, like you can see here, Hell Skewer, if we go to the Spear, for instance, Calantia's Transfix, you can see here Crimson Hell Skewer is 247 at max level, at level 12. At level 0, the Calantia Transfixion Vengeance already gives 303. That's at level 0, guys. So if we do Alt-C, 385 plus 100, so 111 more that this eventually will give. Look at the stats. Dexterity 11, Wisdom 9, so that's 18. We get 17 added attack speed, species damage, right? Attack speed 11%, 15.9%. Now, what is really cool about these items, guys, as you can see, we got three gems that we can implement. So gems or runes that we can implement to get the bonus. Not equipped bonus yet. But there's also not a specific perk on it. We can see the Crimson Lantern, damage dealt by Vicious Fury, and the Crimson Hell Skewer perk. There's no perk on here. So what happens is, you can take the perk of every tier 2 weapon in the game, or tier 1 or 2 arch boss weapon in the game, and take that perk, like the Crimson Lantern that's on my Crimson Hellskewer, and put that on your Calantre Spear. So spear perks go on spear weapons. So basically what you kind of want to start doing is collecting every perk in the game, every tier 2 weapon in the game, and start extracting those perks. So you later on can mix match with the perks and test it out. Basically, you're gonna have one weapon that can be implemented with every weapon perk that has spear perks. So I can take 4 of the epic tier 2 spears, take all of the perks out, and then, oh, this week let's test Crimson Lantern. Next week let's test another one. Or if I get an arch boss weapon, I can basically say I take that arch boss weapon perk and put it on my heroic weapon. Right? That's really, really cool. What you can also see is that we get 3 bonuses, right? We have dexterity, wisdom, and attack speed on Crimson Hellskewer. On Calantia, we got strength, attack speed, and species damage. And we still have 2 locked, meaning you're gonna have 5 stat points on your weapons, guys. 5 stat points in total that you can get on your weapons. So I can say, well, you know what? I really love dexterity on my spear and wisdom as well. The dexterity is now removed, as you can see, and wisdom is now removed. I can implement, because there's 2 locked, the dexterity and the wisdom back on there. I'm not gonna do that, because on a damage build, I don't need wisdom, guys. I don't need wisdom. What I would love to do is, well, get the dexterity back on there. Dexterity is definitely something I would need. Or get other perks. I'm not really sure which ones we can get on there. We'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, there are 2 traits, so you can get 5 stat points traits on your, well, stat points on your weapons, guys. And as you can see lower, right now on my tier 2 weapon, we've got 3 traits: crit hit, heavy attack, hit chance, right? The basics for the damage weapons. As you look at the heroic one, it actually has 4 locked traits. So you can have more traits on there. You're gonna have more passive increases. You're gonna have the weapon perk of your choice, the weapon skill of your choice, and you're gonna get more traits out of it. And it's gonna have a bigger base damage at 0 level than it has on a level 12 weapon. These are like end game. This is end game loot, guys, and this is end game loot in a really good way, in a really good fashion. Right now, the end game that I saw was kind of running to a Nebula boss and trying to damage it for a while and then staying dead till you got the chest, and then try to get in to see if you got some drops. World bosses, world bosses, especially the arch bosses, was kind of like really good. Like it was a fight for more contribution. More contribution means basically more chance on loot. So that's kind of, but the Nebula bosses was like, Nebula items drops from the bosses, from the arch boss and from the Grimtug, is like endgame loot, and it's hit the boss and stay dead. Like, it is so bad for endgame, and this raid now gives us endgame loot that we can chase. It might take a long time before you get your item, but it's really, really nice. Also really nice on the heroic gear, guys, is that you can implement 1 weapon and 1 armor piece. So you're gonna need to check out really, really good which armor piece that is gonna be better for you, because the cloak is implemented there as well. So if you say like, oh, I'm using a 2 set for this and a 2 set for this, then you might want to reconsider which one of the 5 you want to replace, because you might give up on stats. But then again, if you look at them, we actually get 5 stat points again. So wisdom, cooldown speed for Calantia's Visage, and we might get heavy attack chance, mana cost efficiency on there. We even get hit chance or dexterity on there, right? We can get base stats on that, 5 base stats on a headgear. So it's always gonna be better. And you can see here as well, the range defense versus my crowned skull. Let's quickly do one thing, and that's character. Let's do this, and let's do PvP heals. Apply. That's basically my main set. And let's check out properly. So right now I have 380 range defense, 368 melee defense. You can see at level 0 that the armor piece is lower in defenses. But if we do Alt-C, 494 range defense, guys. 450 melee defense. So 48 and 114 increase in defenses. And then Darkwing Bulwark, max health increased by 200, magic defense increased by 300. And that's something all of the pieces have. Darkwing Bulwark, Darkwing Bulwark. So every piece, no matter which one you pick, will always give you 2,000 more health and 300 more magic defense increase. So yeah, that's really, really nice, right? So yeah, let's take a look at what's actually in here, guys. The Great Sword. So we got strength, heavy attack chance, and species damage boost 24. Pretty cool. Not really sure if I would use this one over the spear for my damage build. Strength really good, heavy attack chance really good. What I would want in there, maybe some again some dexterity in there, maybe attack speed maybe that I want in there for the two traits that I for the two perks that I still have unlocked. And then the traits, like, really good. Now we can go heavy attack chance, we can go critical hit chance, we can go max health, and we can go hit. Like the 4 main ones that you kind of want on your gear. So everybody is now going to have more health or more hit, depending on what they actually were using, right? So, yeah, really cool. We've got Calanthia's Aegis of Dominance here. Perception, damage reduction, species, damage boost. So all the weapons have species, damage boost, which is going to be good because that means that these weapons are going to do more damage versus the bosses as well. Even Calanthria and the other bosses in the raid. So once you get your armor, you're going to be more tanky for the raid. So going higher tier raids, because there is difficult tier raids. And you're also going to be able to do more damage in the raids. The species damage boost is really good. Like it's basically a flat increase in damage versus every type of species, right? Like, it's insane. Calanthia's Cleavers of Carnage. We've got dexterity here, attack speed, and species damage boost. Again, really nice. We got Calanthia's Repeaters of Ruin, dexterity, bonus damage, species damage boost. So, dexterity added attack speed, and then maybe bonus damage on this one as well, right? That you can get on this one. So, really cool. For the bow, we got dexterity, range, species damage. So, for me as a healer, working with bow and with wand, I would go for the wand instead of the bow, because in a wand build I kind of don't need to have the dexterity. The range would be really cool though, 12 range, but I can set up in the locked perks, I can set up the range here, right? I can do cooldown speed and range. Then I would have wisdom, mana cost efficiency, species damage boost, range, and cooldown speed. That would be incredible bonus. It's probably how I will build out my my wand if I get it. But yeah, really cool. We got the Calanthia's Spire of Torment, Wisdom, cooldown speed, species damage boost here as well. And then, yeah, Wisdom, mana cost efficiency, species damage boost. We got the Spear with strength, attack speed, species damage boost. And then we get to the headpiece, the armor pieces. So, Wisdom and cooldown speed. I'm thinking Fortitude, Wisdom, Collision Resist, max health. So, for the locked perks, we already have Wisdom, we have cooldown speed. I'll probably go for Collision Resist, Max Health, and Fortitude. To try, I hope it's possible to try and get, because those 3 are the ones I need the most. And getting extra cooldown speed in my heal build for PvP would definitely be really good. Plus then, of course, the increased max health. If I look at the armor, the other armor pieces, Perception really good, but heavy attack chance, not really for me for my PvP healer build. We got dexterity attack speed, not for my healer PvP build in here. Strength damage reduction, good work for my PvP healer build, but then I'm missing out. I got fortitude, strength, damage reduction, magic endurance. Giving up a little bit of magic endurance, maybe getting fortitude back in there. That way it stays the same. We got more damage reduction, so this might actually work as well. Depending on the perks that we can pick here, we really are I'm gonna need to open up a web page again and start mix matching and seeing what is actually possible, right? And then Calanthia's Feathers, the boots, guys, we got dexterity, movement speed on here. So really cool. And then the cape is skill damage resist and added attack speed. So if attack speed wasn't on here, I would actually maybe go for it. If it was skill damage resist and then maybe like stun resist, collision resist, or any other resist on there, like 2 resists on there, I might actually go for the cloak instead of the others. Because I really want to build high in my resists. But yeah, really cool, guys. All of the heroic gear that we can now obtain from the grade. And then while we are here, guys, skill core device. I have not checked out this one yet. So imprint and extract. You can make an imprint using a skill core on a heroic weapon to use the skill. Choose the heroic weapon that you like to apply the imprint. Okay. And no items for select an item to imprint a skill. No extracts. So choose the weapon you want to extract the skill core from. So yeah, these are kind of locked right now. And it does look like it's only taking items out of your inventory. So right now it's not taking items off my storage. But basically what I want to do, if I go for my wand anyway, I'll probably do Invigorated Salvation for now to unlock this perk. And then if I get the wand, I basically implement this one here, unlock the Invigorating Salvation, and then later on we pick the Invigorating Salvation and implement it on the heroic item, right? And that's basically how you implement it. And then later on, you can swap them out. That's something that has been confirmed. So yeah, here as well with weapons, armor not, accessories not, miscellaneous not, skill books not. So only with weapons, apparently we can make skill core extraction scrolls. Now we need 2 to extract a scroll. So we're gonna need 5 precious merit ore, 25 extraction stones, and 10 loyalty coins. So, and 1.2.10, 1,210,010 credits as well, Solent as well. So you craft up 2 of these scrolls. I already made 1, went to the vendor, and then noticed that I needed a second one. So let's fast travel. But we want to test, guys. So we go to extract, and as you can see here, I do have the sword. And then the sword here, Celestial Cyclone Warblade. We get the extraction result, skill core, blazing tornado, right? When you choose the skill core, requires materials are automatically selected. So you're gonna need 2 of these score, kill, blah, blah, blahs. When you extract the skill core, the weapon becomes destroyed. So do pay attention. That's why I also don't use my overture yet, because I don't have a legendary weapon to place it in. And that means I would need to grab another overture until I got my... don't show this again, and yes. So 10,000, guys, not that. Extracting skill core will destroy the equipment. Yes. Click to continue, and then imprint. And now I have skill core available. So now if I would implement a legendary piece, I could say, okay, this skill core I want to implement, it's for a great sword. So great sword into great sword, right? And then basically the collection start, like getting people are going crazy because the update specifically introduced this and it's not working. Yeah, you know. Apparently from some people in world chat, they're saying that there's also already a message coming out from Liberty devs saying that the update will most likely be for tomorrow. So tomorrow we most likely will be able to do the raids. Now, in the meantime, while I was farming, guys, I also checked out weekly missions. And right now, we can get, for defeating the raid boss Calentia, we can also get 10 entry shards. At the end of the week, or if you do, not end of the week, if you do all of them, get to the 500 marker, you can also get 10 entropy shards. So that's 20 that we can get from here, and 12 from the raid, guys. So 12, 4 from every boss, as we saw before. So that means we can get 32 in 1 week, every week. Meaning after 4 weeks, you will have enough tokens to actually come to the raid goods merchant here and actually buy your weapon. So that is what I'm gonna do. A lot of people right now, because they already have 7, are buying the precious blessing pouches chaos for the extracts. So now if we look at the auction house, and a lot of people, how are people selling extracts already when we can't even go into the farm? This is how they're selling extracts, guys. Like, this is how they're doing it. Like, they just buy the pouches from the currency they already have. And if you did the login event, you should have the 7 entry shards. So what can I do? Well, I can basically buy 3 pouches. And kind of hope to luck that it's a good extract and sell it on the auction house for the pretty penny. Because they are selling for... well, right now, I don't think they're actually selling. Right? Who is gonna buy this one when they're not even sure which extracts they're gonna be using, right? I'm not even extracts. Which one is buff duration, critical hit chance? Yeah, these are actually pretty good. These are actually pretty good. And you can see here, fortitude. So now we can actually see the list as well for all the extracts for... That is actually really nice. So if we go to great sword, there's no extract. Wait, no, there's no extract yet. Sword and shield we can see. Hit chance, heavy attack, collision chance, max health, strength, dexterity, wisdom, perception, fortitude. So yeah, getting like I said, guys, getting your extra, like, for me personally on my weapons, I'll probably go crit, hit, heavy, and then I think max health, or for a second stat. For DPS, I'm not really concerned about max health. I'd rather go for, well, maybe even for the wands. Is there the wand already? Yeah, collector's doctrine. So, and now I can actually see. Come on, let me click it. So hit, heavy attack, attack speed, weaken chance, mana cost, strength, dexterity. No cooldown on the weapon. Yeah, that changes. That changes stuff. Was there already like now we go into build theory, right? Like this and this and this. Yeah, there's no cooldown on the weapon. And this also means that if you do the raids, like I said, 3 times, 3 weeks or 4 weeks, basically 3 weeks and 1 raid. And then you have enough to buy a weapon. So if you do 6 weeks, you basically have enough to pick your armor piece and your weapon. So if you're not lucky in those 6 weeks of being able to get the items that you need from the raids, guys, you're gonna have enough tokens with doing the raid and then with your weekly missions to actually get the armor piece and get the weapon that you want. So 6 weeks is actually not too bad, I would say, right? Like 6 weeks really isn't all that bad to be able to get your hands on the 2 pieces that you actually want to use if you're not lucky enough. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. It's gonna be a pretty, well, lengthy one. It's gonna be 30 minutes, but there was a lot to look into, a lot to talk about. I'm not gonna get the traits on the one that I want. That is kind of sad, but nothing we can stop turning around. Nothing we can do about that, guys. I'm gonna wrap up this episode here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one. Right, let's do the outro properly, right? Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to see more of my Let's Play or my quest progression, my codex runs, or whatever content that I might release from Throne of Liberty, guys, or any other game that I might be playing on my channel, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. Stop looking up. Stop looking up. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.